Alright, y'all, welcome back to the channel. The playoffs are finally upon us. This regular season is over. I am so damn excited. I never thought it would end, but we're finally here, and I don't want to waste no time. You guys know what this video is. You see the title, you see the thumbnail. Let's get straight into the content. And I think it's only fitting to start with the more competitive conference. We're going to go out west, but before we could predict the Western Conference playoffs, we got to predict the play-in. The 7-8 matchup does look really intriguing. We got the Los Angeles Lakers at home going against the Minnesota Timberwolves, and I really do think that the Los Angeles Lakers are going to get the win here because the Minnesota Timberwolves, man. Rudy Gobert isn't playing because he decided he wanted to punch the shit out of Kyle Anderson. And then Jaden McDaniels isn't playing because he decided he wanted to punch the shit out of like some cement or something. He has a broken hand. He's done. He's done. Since they're not playing, Anthony Davis is about to eat. So I do think the Los Angeles Lakers are going to get the win. They're going to be going against the Memphis Grizzlies, which we will be talking about later. And that means the Minnesota Timberwolves are going to be facing the winner of the 9-10 matchup, which is the Oklahoma City Thunder going against the New Orleans Pelicans. And after seeing what the hell the Pelicans did yesterday, I really do think that Shea and the boys are about to get this win. And by the way, do not ever let CJ McCollum touch the ball in crunch time ever again, bro. Seeing what he did in crunch time, it was terrible. It was disgusting, bro. But now in the final matchup, we got the Thunder going against the Minnesota Timberwolves, and I really do think that the Minnesota Timberwolves will be getting this win. I don't think OKC will be able to hold up with Cat, Conley, and all the guys. I do think the Minnesota Timberwolves will get the win, and they will enter the playoffs, which means that they'll be going against the Denver Nuggets, and I think this is a pretty easy one. I think the Denver Nuggets get this shit done in about like 5-6 games. I will say 6 games, but I don't think it's gonna be easy. And the reason why I say I don't think it's gonna be easy is because you have guys on both squads who you can trust in crunch time on the offensive side and on the defensive side. Regardless of whatever the hell Rudy Gobert and Kyle Anderson got themselves into, they complement each other so goddamn well on that basketball court. And I think that that is gonna choke Jokic up a little bit. I really do think it is. But at the end of the day, Jokic is a 2-time MVP, and I do not see him, Jamal Murray, and his rest of the starting 5 losing. I don't see it at all. So I got the Denver Nuggets in 6. Next up, we got the 2-seeded Memphis Grizzlies going against the 7-seed Lakers, and I really do see a lot of people picking the Los Angeles Lakers to win this. And to be honest, I kind of agree with them. I know I said on this channel, I was like, you know what, the Los Angeles Lakers ceiling is the first round, losing in like 5 or 6 games. But to be honest, the Memphis Grizzlies losing Steven Adams for the whole entire rest of the playoffs, disgusting. Jaren Jackson Jr. is going to have to play the majority of the minutes, and he's going to be guarding Anthony Davis. And Anthony Davis, he'll put a body on you. And that man, Jaren Jackson Jr., cannot keep his hands to himself. So I really do think he's going to end up getting in foul trouble, which means Xavier Tillman, Kenny Lofton Jr., whoever the fuck you want to put on Anthony Davis, that right there is lunch. That's lunch. It's over. And as long as Anthony Davis is healthy in this whole entire series, the Lakers will win. Didn't even mention LeBron James. Didn't even mention the play of Austin Reeves. D'Angelo Russell looks like he just loves LA. So I really do think that the Lakers will get this job done. I think they get it done in 6. A lot of these are about to be 6 games. Holy shit. Next up, we got the 3-seeded Sacramento Kings, which I love to say, bro. I never thought I'd be talking about the Sacramento Kings here in April. I never thought it. But they're going against the Golden State Warriors. And I do see a lot of people picking the Warriors. And here's how I feel about this. I feel like a lot of people are just so blinded with what they've seen from the Warriors throughout the past. Klay Thompson basically coming out saying, I don't think anybody can beat us in a 7-game series because nobody has been able to beat us. Draymond Green said the same thing at the beginning of the season. Until somebody has been able to prove them otherwise, they're going to keep on winning and they're going to keep on dominating. But I think that the Sacramento Kings are going to end it. I've been on the Sacramento Kings train since I saw that they were actually going to be fucking good this season. And they have continued to be good this season. And I think that they are so goddamn good that they can beat this Warriors team. And the reason why I say that they can beat the Warriors team is because the Warriors can't win a game on the road. And imagine them going on the road in Sacramento. They're not surviving in Golden One Center, bro. I don't care what they've done in the past. They can't win a road game this season. They can't do it this season. So what makes you think that they can just automatically do it in the playoffs? That's not how basketball works anymore. This Sacramento Kings team is a 3rd seed for a reason. And there's a reason why the Golden State Warriors were struggling the whole entire season, bro. They can't keep the ball to themselves. They love turning it over. They can't win on the goddamn road. Jordan Poole cannot stop chucking fucking shots. He also cannot stop turning the ball over. So I really do think that the Kings are gonna get this done. I really do think they are, and I think they'll get it done in 6 games. If they can win at least 1 game on the road, they win the series, in my personal opinion. If they can win like game 3 or game 4, they're winning the series, in my personal opinion. And finally, we can talk about my favorite series out west, and quite possibly my favorite series throughout the whole entire first round. It's the Phoenix Suns going against the Los Angeles Clippers, aka KD versus Russ. Finally, and once again, I don't mean to sound like The Rock, but finally, we get a KD versus Russ playoff series. And it's not going to be like what it was back in 2017 when the rivalry was hot. But I really do think that it's going to be a good series, because if you even scratch KD and Russ, you still have Kawhi Leonard playing. You still have the whole entire Clippers team, which is deep as shit. Tyronn Lue, very good coach. Monty Williams, very good coach. Devin Booker, Chris Paul, DeAndre Ayton. You have star power in this series. And I think it's going to be a very good one. I really do think it's going to be a very good one. I think it's going to be the best matchup of the whole entire first round. I really do think that. Both teams have a chance to win this series. So I do think this is going to go 7, but I do not know who's going to win. I'm actually going into this video undecided, because you have Kevin Durant, you have Devin Booker, you have Chris Paul. They haven't lost a game yet. This man, Kevin Durant, has been shooting 51% from 3 since joining this team. Undefeated, 8-0, but the defense scares me. And the reason why I say the defense scares me is because I already said when the trade initially went down, who's that go-to guy that you're going to be able to put on their best offensive player, aka Kawhi Leonard at this point? Who are you going to be able to put on him? It's not gonna be Kevin Durant. I just don't think you're gonna be able to stop their guys. I don't. I think they have way too many offensive pieces for this shit not to work. I think I might go with the Clippers. I think that's a crazy pick considering that they don't have Paul George for the whole entire series, but I think Russ will cook. I think he'll cook. Is that crazy to say? And it's like, yeah, they have KD, they have CP, they have Devin Booker, Ayton, they have all these guys, but who defensively do they have? Like, genuinely, they don't have that one guy who they can stick on the best player on the Clippers. They don't have that. So it really raises a red flag for me in my eyes. I think that it's going to be a really tough series for the Suns. I think it's going to be a tough series for the Clippers, but I do think the Clippers are going to come out on top in 7 games. We all know what happens in a game 7 situation when you're in Phoenix. That was disgusting work. Luka, you own them. But I think I'm going to pick the Clippers in this series. Now we're going to switch gears over to the Eastern Conference. We got to predict the play-in before we predict the playoffs. You guys already know how this goes. In the 7-8 matchup, we got the Miami Heat versus the Atlanta Hawks. And I think that this is a pretty easy one for me. I think the Atlanta Hawks are going to go 1-1 in the playoffs. They're going to end up being the 8th seed. But I do think the Miami Heat are going to get this win. We all saw what happened in the first round last year. Trae Young is going to get locked the fuck up. And in the 9-10 matchup, we got the Toronto Raptors hosting the Chicago Bulls. But I do think that the Chicago Bulls will get the win on the road here. Considering how good they have been, I feel like every single place that Pat Bev goes, the team is going to be sort of good at defense, because his defense rubs off on a lot of the players in the locker room. So I do think that the Chicago Bulls are going to get the win here, but I do think that they'll inevitably lose to the Atlanta Hawks in the final round, which makes the Atlanta Hawks the 8th seed. Milwaukee versus Atlanta. I think this is a sweep. As much as I love Trae Young, as much as I love watching the Atlanta Hawks, I think that this is a sweep. I really do, because Atlanta has no defense, and Drew Holiday is going to be on Trae Young's ass, bro. He is going to clamp the shit out of Trae Young. It's going to happen. Not to mention, you're going up against Giannis, you're going up against Brook Lopez. I think Clint Capella is not going to be able to hold up against those two bigs. I think it's over for them. I think they'll lose in 4 games. Now let's go to my Boston Celtics versus Miami. I think that this is going to be a very, very good series. However, I obviously think Miami is going to lose. I think Boston's going to get the win here. I would like to say it'll be 6 games, but I really do think we can beat them. I feel like we can beat them in 4. I really do think we can beat them in 4. If we win 2 home games, I really do think that we can end this shit in Miami. I really do think so. But if not, I think it'll be a gentleman sweep, 5 games. So I'm gonna go Boston in 5. I do not think that the Miami Heat have the personnel to actually match up with this Boston Celtics team. This is not the same Celtics team from last year that was relying predominantly on their defense. We are an offensive oriented team now. We have the second best defense in the league on top of that second best offense in the league. And I think that it's going to be too much for Miami to handle. So I do got Boston in 5 games. I do think that the 3-6 matchup with Philly and Brooklyn is really intriguing to me, because at first I was thinking, I'm like, this is going to be an easy ass series for the Philadelphia 76ers, because Joel Embiid is going to absolutely torch Nicholas Claxton. Whoever the fuck they got as their bigs, Day'Ron Sharpe, whoever the fuck they want to throw out this man Embiid, it's not going to work because he's going to eat regardless. But now I'm thinking James Harden might struggle, because you got Dorian Finney-Smith, you got Mikal Bridges, who they're going to stick on James Harden. He's one of the best perimeter defenders in the league. So I don't really know how James Harden is going to be able to hold up being guarded by Mikal Bridges. I think that he's going to struggle a little bit in this series, and they're going to make it extremely hard to get the ball to Joel Embiid. So I do think that Brooklyn is going to get a couple games, but do I think that they're going to win? I don't think they have a go-to guy to give the ball to in crunch time. I don't think that they have that. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, in the playoffs, you're going to need star power. The game's going to get slowed down, and I think that that is going to favor Philly more. And the last matchup that we got is the 4-5 matchup out east with the Cleveland Cavaliers and the New York Knicks. Do I go 5 or 6 games? Because I don't think the New York Knicks are going to win. And the reason why I say I don't think they're going to win is because I don't know what the fuck I'm going to get from Julius Randle. He hasn't played. He's been injured. He's going to come back. I don't know if his mental is going to be off because of how he performed in 2021. He's like, damn, I need to show out. I need to show out. I need to show out. Not to mention, in clutch moments, I have seen my main man Jalen Brunson miss a lot of free throws. He is a very clutch player in the league, don't get me wrong. However, I think if he gets to the line, he's going to start missing. It just happens like that. I think that the Cleveland Cavaliers are a matchup nightmare for this New York Knicks team. I really do, because Emo is about to eat. Jared Allen is about to eat. They're both about to go crazy defensively, and I think that that is going to be too much for Julius Randle and Mitchell Robinson. So I think I'm gonna go. No, let me be generous. Let me be generous to Jalen Brunson and the New York Knicks. I'll go 6 games. I went 6 games with a lot of these picks. But that's all I got for y'all today. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. What the hell? You good, bro? I know y'all saw that. But I'll see y'all later. Peace.